What are some secrets that men will never tell women? Yes, I definitely used those decorative towels that shall not be used. Who puts a towel right next to the sink for it to not be used? I can't hear you from the other room. And don't say, I have a headache, say, can you fetch me an ibuprofen? Don't say, the TV is loud, say, turn down the TV. Also, I don't have strong preferences for food unless it's steak night, so when I say, I don't know. What do you want for dinner? I mean it. When I suggest 3 or 4 things, and you say no to all of them, it's your turn to figure out the menu. We truly don't know why you're upset sometimes. And it doesn't mean we don't care. Burst into room, I knew you never cared. I like it when a woman rests her head on my shoulder or chest. Not sexual or romantic, it just makes me feel like I matter and/or as a reminder that I do. Funny, I like doing that platonically. Friends. I imagine most guys will like that either way, but I'd suggest making it very clear it's not romantic. I'm not talking huge, obvious hints here. I mean clear for a man, haha. I mean I do it only with people I've been friends with for a while. It's not like I'll randomly put my head on someone's shoulder if I've only just met them. So I assume they know. I guess my phrasing was misleading. If I have to guess, I skip it altogether usually. We can be very insecure about telling you how we feel. I don't let anyone in to know how I feel. We aren't always horny and don't control most of our boners. Most of them are just my dick being mean and putting me in an awkward situation. When I sit there looking like I'm annoyed, I'm just thinking of something stupid that I'd rather not explain it. How would I be able to change channels with a remote if my hands were velociraptor claws instead? The sick-ass kung fu brawl I'm imagining when we're online at the post office. I can confidently say that if you're ever wondering at any given time what I'm thinking about in a public place, it's almost definitely what I would do if everyone I see attacked me. I work in a kitchen, so the scenario usually involves backing up on the line so people can only approach from one direction and then dual-wielding chef knives. Or maybe use a 25-pound salmon as a blunt weapon. Or ladlefuls of hot oil to the face. It annoys me that you say you don't want fries but then take mine. I mean, what the fuck? Our fries. I'm not nearly as confident as I act. Here's the thing though. Acting confident and being confident are essentially the same thing. Fake it till you make it, man. I don't know how women feel about this, but we get rarely hugged. So every hug would make our day brighter. Just be sure to clarify that you're just friends if the guy takes the hug the wrong way. Agreed. Hugs from the opposite sex, of the same age group as me, are very rare. I have no secrets really. Just a little advice to offer. We're usually absolutely terrible at reading your subtle hints. Men generally don't do finesse. If you want something, the thing you want for your birthday, or you want to be taken out for a nice meal, or you're feeling horny, you're best to just ask us outright. My wife has learned this about me. And life is great. One time she outright asked what I was thinking about, because I was clearly distracted and not paying attention to what I was doing. And I straight up told her that I was strategizing how to beat one of the battles in The Last Remnant, still unbeaten due to the cardinal sin of the unskippable cutscene. My wife got incredibly creative. In advance of her birthday, she went to a jeweler and put an item on layaway. Then she put an appointment on my Outlook calendar a week before her birthday with an instruction for me to go get it. I was delighted. We check out your ass every time you walk away. I'm not saying all women's asses. Maybe if single, but in a relationship we check out our ass every time they leave the room. I've seen my wife's ass 1,000 times and I can promise you all check it out 1,000 times more. No matter how ugly you think you look, there's always a guy that thinks you look amazing. Every guy has a story on how they started masturbating, and 1, it's never the normal way they do it now, 2, chances are it's real embarrassing so they won't tell you. Top secret information, this applies to women as well. Her stuffed animals have seen and done things. I only lasted 25 minutes because I jacked it earlier today. We don't actually scratch our balls. It's more of a pinch and roll. Pro tip. Stretch the sack skin with your thumb and middle finger and use your index finger to scratch the itch zone. Works better than pinch and roll. When you're alone, of course. Lol. That thing you told us to be careful with. We broke it but fixed it before you got home. Why must you fill our home with so many tiny, valuable things that are so easy for a dumb lump like me to break? If we've just started dating, I might not be that forthcoming with my feelings. But that doesn't mean I'm not interested. Sometimes it's because I don't know how you feel, and am afraid of being knocked back. That's something I'm trying to work on. And I know it can cause a bit of an impasse if the other person is also afraid of getting hurt. Doing the helicopter with our dick really ain't that fun. Speak for yourself. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go have some fun. If your male partner hasn't been the little spoon, I'd recommend you try it. This is more directed towards certain guys who are too masculine to be the little spoon, or at least try. Girl here. Sometimes I like to be big spoon just cause it's like I'm holding a giant teddy bear and you can ninja out more easily when the bed gets hot and you just want to pass out. We use the same towels for our face on our balls. After a shower. In that order. Yes. I thought everyone used one towel. If you are our friend and are even a 4 out of 10. We have thought about fucking you. That's not the reason we are friends. And we would not necessarily act on it given the chance, but have definitely thought about it. Sometimes we just really don't want to talk to you. We still love you. But please stop talking. When I am arguing that I am interested so it doesn't start a fight. I am not interested. Was on the championship level of Fall Guys. Got second place because that was the time my GF decided to ask 640 questions about some book or something. Absolutely maddening. Have you ever been polite and nice through clenched teeth and jaw? Lol. Women who get upset when told the truth will eventually be surrounded by eloquent liars. We have a mental block to express our feelings. Lots of things to lose. This definitely doesn't apply to all men. Many of us wear our hearts on our sleeves. It's not universal either. Some things can be fine to share and others can be infinitely painful. With no rhyme or reason to it. They're dirty sexual fantasies. Yay, but not those ones. The other one. We're scared and we need someone to hold us. I love when my boyfriend lays his head on my chest and I can hold him and stroke his hair. Yeah, sex is cool. But have you ever grinded so much in a video game with the boys you are all gods at it? I thought so. It's not a story the men would tell you. When you make us sleep on the couch. We really don't mind. Couches are pretty comfy. My grandmother's couch isn't comfy. Mine is. At least till my cat interrupts my nap and lands directly on my balls. When they are mad they look even hotter. I've actually been told this and it just makes me more mad, lol. I masturbate a lot. I crank at least 1 out a day. And for some reason I tried to hit a high score for a day and I'm ashamed and astounded I even got to that number. Every guy has a personal high score. Sometimes you do look ugly and that dress does make you look fat. And I'll never tell you because then you'd leave me. Quote. I've straight up told my wife that an outfit is unflattering. I wasn't a dick about it but she asked my opinion and I told her. It's about the delivery, not the opinion. If we're talking you're so and not some casual date then this is your duty. Let acquaintances flatter. Partners depend on each other for good counsel. We know when you are lying or at the very least not being 100% truthful. You may perceive it as ignorance but sometimes it is just easier that way. We hate fighting and arguing as much as you do and will play games to avoid same as you. That's just you. Man. I'll call my wife on her bullshit as soon as I get a whiff. Bullshit doesn't do anyone any good. But if she starts losing it just relax. Wait for her to give you an opening and calmly ask, why don't you tell me what's wrong without yelling at me and we'll see if we can't fix it together. Usually she's upset because she thinks I'm going to get upset about something dumb. Or she's just had a bad day and is upset and needs to vent without realizing. Remember that you're a team. Root out toxic behavior and change it for the better. If the team isn't on the same page it's bad news. A. I'm too fucking dumb to realize that I'm accidentally being flirty sometimes. B. I don't know how to respond if a girl I found attractive or that I have crush on starts a conversation with me face to face pre-COVID. See, I'm not going to understand half of the stuff that she texts and abbreviations she uses. I don't believe a girl could even like me because of my body weight. Source: a upperclassman high schooler. A lot of people are saying I could turn into an incel because of D. I wrote because I got low self-esteem and insecurities about my weight which would stop from perusing a relationship. I know before I go for a relationship I need to work on myself first. Because I don't like being fat. Don't believe D. I've dated a pretty heavy set dude once and well, it was great. I am definitely more into personality above all else. Sadly didn't work out between him and IBC, he just didn't want anything more in life, which sucked. What kind of porn they actually watch? I wonder if they know how much opening up about that could drastically improve their sex life. I think in reality most women are way kinkier and explorative than most men think. I'd say women and men are probably equally kinky and exploratory on average. You just need to find someone who matches or complements your level.